The Nebraska Cornhuskers were looking for some revenge against the UCLA Bruins, but the outcome didn't end in their favor. Megan Scolio has more on some big mistakes from the second half.
The Nebraska defense started out strong as Stanley Jean-Baptiste grabbed an interception within the first quarter. But as the game went on, the tide started changing and the guys started missing tackles.
You have to tackle. I mean, the second half, it was a lot like it was last year. We made the tackles in the first half. I don't know how many tackles we missed in that second half, but it is a lot.
I mean, I think first half we came out with a lot of momentum, did a great job. We're a lot more physical than they were, but you know, they made some adjustments at halftime and came out with a little bit more heart, a lot more physical than us, and it showed.
Everything kept triggering, and everybody kept falling apart. We just didn't focus.
We needed to make some big, step up and make some plays, and we didn't. Especially on defense, we have to be able to make that play. We talked about it all week, Crowlin, the quarterback, and unfortunately, we didn't make that play.
Our tackling was poor second half. We just got to come out next game and play a little bit better than that.
You can't play good defense that way. We missed tackle after tackle after tackle in that second half.
We got 9 more games, so we're determined to learn from this, knowing that we got 4 quarters to play, ain't never over.
Nebraska's now 2-1 and have one more game before they open up Big Ten play in 2 weeks against Illinois. With the Huskers in Lincoln, Megan Scolio, NTV Sports.
Well, as hard as Nebraska's loss to UCLA was on fans, it sounds as if it may have been just as hard or harder on former Huskers. Tommy Frazier was honored yesterday at halftime after being voted into the College Football Hall of Fame earlier this year. But he was not happy about yesterday's outcome, tweeting specifically about the Husker defense and a few coaches. Here's what he had to say. After letting it sink in for about 4 hours, I'm still struggling. It's time to get rid of the defensive play caller, the defensive coordinator, linebackers, defensive line, and defensive backs coaches. I hate saying this, but this crap is getting old. How do you not make adjustments or put your players in the position to compete? If this is what is going to happen for the remainder of the season, count me out. I don't care if we lose a game, but the way we are losing is just not what Nebraska fans deserve. I have fought, bled, and cried over this program. I didn't do all that for the program to become what it is today. It's time for a change. Needless to say, not the greatest comment to hear from not only a former player, but from one of the best quarterbacks Nebraska has ever had. The Huskers allowed 500 yards of offense Saturday night, 2 weeks after allowing 602 in a 3-point win over Wyoming. That wraps up sports. We'll be right back with a final look at your forecast.